One of the biggest game-changing moments that I had was back in 2004. I just started to do my drum duets project, getting all my ideas together, and got an invitation to the Zildjian party. Me and my wife and my parents went there. So we get there, we get in the ballroom, and over to the left is a group of people, tons of people. And my wife looks at me and she goes, "Who is that guy?" And so we all look over, and sure enough, it's Steve Gadd. I turn around and start talking to people, you know, doing the party schmooze thing. My wife jets to Steve and Carol and starts talking to them. So I'm sitting there, I'm talking, doing my thing, and then Linda taps me on the shoulder and she goes, "You know, I have something important to tell you." And I was like, "Wait a second, you know, I'm talking to people." And she goes, "No, this is really important." So I turn around, sure enough, it's Linda and Steve Gadd. Now, ever since I was a kid, Steve's been, you know, my huge influence. So I was talking to him and I said, "Hey, I'm doing my drum duets project, and would you play on it?" And so he said, "Yeah, man, give me a call." It turned out 1 hour, March 9th, 2004 in Rochester. We get the plane tickets, we fly there. He shows up to the studio, cymbal bag, stick bag, sits down. Like all studio sessions, everything's smooth. We get all the sounds down. Just ready to record, half the SSL console goes out. Now I only have Steve for 1 hour. Steve kind of senses that I'm a little stressed out at this point. He's totally cool. We go over all the drum stuff and everything. Console comes up. We record. He kills it. That kind of just changed my whole project because it blew the doors open. As soon as I called anybody else, they said, "Who's on it?" "Steve Gadd." Boom. Everybody wants to be on it. My second project's coming out this year. 30 other awesome drummers, you know. But it's definitely him who like opened the door and totally took it to the next level. You know, took to just kind of like a drum duets project to actually, you know, something that people were like, "Wow, this is going to be, you know, pretty cool." And then, of course, he killed it, you know, playing wise, and yeah, it was great. Because even after he did the first take, then, you know, the hour was up. I was all stressed. I'm like, "Steve, get out of here." You know, it's like, "I only hired you for an hour. This is it. You have to go." And he's like, "No, John, you know, let's do another take of it." And I'm like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Yeah." You know, so we talked on some other stuff and everything, and it was cool. It kind of changed my playing and attitude as well because it was all about the music, you know, for Steve. I mean, it is with all of us. But when you see a guy at his level and everything, you just realize, wow, you know, even though he had the busy schedule and everything, he wanted to make sure that it was great and really good. And when I saw him a year later when we were signing autographs and stuff, his first thing was, you know, "Were you happy with it?" It wasn't anything else but about the music. Then I said, "Yeah, Steve was great. Killed it, like always." And he's like, "Okay, cool." So it's definitely game-changing on many levels.
If you've played a pair of Vics in the last 50 years, your history is our history. Come share your game-changing moment at VicFirth50.com.